Welcome to the Senior Singles Ministry of St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church in Gilbert, Arizona. A small group of parishioners from St. Mary Magdalene who had been recently widowed began meeting for dinner and casual companionship a little over 2 years ago. As we helped each other cope with our grief, it occurred to us that there were many more parishioners in the need of the same kind of support. On April 7, 2012, we asked at the parish office what we needed to do to create a ministry for the senior singles in our parish. We have been forming this group since that time, and on January 3rd of this year, 2014, we installed our charter officers. In January of 2013, we wrote our bylaws using the wording from our request for ministry, which we had handed in sometime earlier. This slide shows the mission statement reflecting our purpose and commitment. In deciding how we would accomplish the mission statement, we agreed on two simple goals that will guide us to a satisfactory completion. We set our objectives in clear, measurable statements with strategies for accomplishing each one. This first objective answers our question, how do we reach out to individuals that might need our help? Our strategies are aimed at accomplishing that objective. Our measurement tools are designed to tell us if we are being effective. For this objective, we will monitor our membership growth. We will chart the growth to visually measure our progress. In this first chart, we can see that we've added several new members since January, and also lost a few along the way. The blue line reflects our annual target of 20%. To enhance the word-of-mouth visibility in the parish, we will invite all parishioners to selected activities during the year. While we started enjoying the benediction breakfast prior to January, it has caught on fairly well. So far, we are getting many of the same parishioners, but feel with time this will grow. We have already had feedback from many of our non-member parishioners who will hopefully pass on their experiences to others in the parish. During the Lenten season, our invitations to other parishioners are extended to the Stations of the Cross and fish fry trips to other parishes as well. Our members have voted on one fixed activity per month and one dynamic activity. All members are invited to bring additional spontaneous activities so long as they are willing to chair that activity. This should average one per month also, so that the total planned activities for the year will be 36. We'll strive to include a spiritual element in all of these activities during the course of the year. So far this year, we have enjoyed several activities. As you can see, some of them are fixed or recurring at regular intervals, and some of them are dynamic or randomly changing. We've also enjoyed several spontaneous activities. The important thing is, however, that we have managed to maintain a spiritual element in all. We have a good mix of fixed, dynamic, and spontaneous activities thus far. In keeping with our mission statement of balancing preaching, teaching, and fellowship, we will select 4 inspirational speakers during the year. There are many such speakers available who speak on a variety of topics. We will look for those that can specifically relate to single seniors and their particular interests. Chris Kaczynski, who has spoken at a number of St. Mary Magdalene ministry events, agreed to develop a talk related to the specific needs of senior singles. He did a wonderful job at our installation dinner, reminding us that we are created for the infinite. In June, Harry Antrim and his staff at Queen of Heaven Cemetery enlightened us in Catholic burial procedures, answering a wide variety of questions from our seniors. This was followed by a delicious luncheon and informal visiting amongst the group. It was well attended and enjoyed by all. At first glance, this objective seems to duplicate objective number 3, include a spiritual element in all 36 planned activities for the year. On the next slide, you'll see that it contains many of the same activities as were charted for objective number 3. We expect this to grow its own identity over time as we strive to include the sacraments in 20 of our activities during the year. This will encourage us to look to those activities in the future planning that include one of the sacraments. Our Friday benediction breakfast and second Tuesday Mass and breakfast have provided a stable foundation for our inclusion of the sacraments. As we progress through the year, we will look for additional opportunities to include the sacraments in our travels, such as we have done with the trip to Mission San Xavier del Bac back in February. All of our gatherings inspire an element of fun, if just for the camaraderie and socializing that occurs when we get together. We will continue to seek new adventures that support our ministry objectives. So far, we are on track with our scheduled fun nights. This document will remain updated and accurately reflect our degree of success on the other 6 objectives. During the summer months, with many of our members gone and with off-site meetings during the building modifications going on in the church, we neglected our spiritual activities. In following our corrective action procedures, we held a board meeting on November 12th and added 2 spiritual activities. While this won't satisfy our annual goal, it will get us back on track and allow us to plan better for next summer. Some of the targets shown in this report may be too aggressive or not aggressive enough to accomplish our goals. We've only just begun to measure the effectiveness of these objectives and related strategies. As we progress into next year, we will be more experienced, and with input from our members and from other parishioners, we will be able to tailor next year's goals and objectives to more closely support our mission statement. The last lines of Robert Frost's memorable poem read, "The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep." Thank you for checking out our Senior Singles website, and God bless.